Alright everyone, moving on to part 4 of my Paramount VHS collection 2020 edition, at which I'm going to show you the Viacom titles. I got 7 clamshells and 45 slipcovers. We're going to go ahead and get this started. First tape I have is a 2000 VHS of Blue's Clues, Blue's Big Musical Movie, playing Think Along with Blue in her first movie. This is the only Nick Jr. tape I got off eBay. I used to own this tape as a kid, but I grew out of this tape, so I have to get a new copy off eBay. Promotes critical thinking, music curriculum, including notes, rhythm and tempo, problem solving, and confidence and self-esteem. Includes 6 brand new songs, featuring Blue's new friend Periwinkle. Periwinkle has not been in the Blue's Clues reboot yet. And the reboot came out, I think, Veterans Day 2019. Not rated. And it's 78 minutes. A lot of TV show fans like TV originals better than TV reboots. Here's what the tape looks like for Blue's Clues, Blue's Big Musical Movie. From the 37th week of 2004, even though it's a 2000 VHS. And the week and year code is being delayed after its VHS release. Next tape I have is a 1990, let me look. I think it's a 1996 VHS of Harriet the Spy, On Your Case. Bonus includes 2 Rugrats music videos. I first showed you this VHS, my VHS collection, when I started my YouTube account. One of the top 10 family films of all time is Ted Baird Movie Guide. Starring Michelle Trachtenberg, Rosie O'Donnell. Delightful. A film parents and children can share, says Elaine Bliff, Film Advisory Board, Inc. It's based upon a novel by Louise Fitzhugh. Rated PG. It's 102 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Harriet the Spy and label. Print on the... I can't see the week and year code. Print on the 5th week of 1997. Even though it's a 1996 VHS. It has a Rugrats rap music video before the feature presentation, and the Rugrats rock music video at the end of the tape. Next tape I have is a 2002 VHS of Hey Arnold movie. A big problem calls for a big head. Finally, a big screen hero for all of us. Arnold saves the day by saving his neighborhood, says Elaine Bliff, Film Advisory Board. I got this VHS off of eBay. Action-packed, suspense-filled, and chock full of laughs, says Earl Zipman Wireless Magazines. Featuring the voice talents of Jason Lee, Paul Zarvino, and Christopher Lloyd. A treat for all ages, says Mike Sargent, WBAI-FM. You'll love this movie, says Sean Everett, Fox TV. Based on the characters created by Craig Bartlett. Rated PG for some thematic elements. And it's 75 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Hey Arnold the movie. Put on the 49th week of 2002. Well, you know what? I'm gonna do this the best way I can do. I did it the wrong way, so I'll have to do it the right way. Next tape I have Is the 2002 VHS of Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius is clever and funny, says Patrick Z. McGavin, Chicago Tribune. Got this VHS. I first showed you this VHS in my VHS collection when I started my YouTube account. Special features include 2 music videos, Leave It Up to Me by Eric Carter and Kids America by No Secrets. Special features not rated. Featuring the voice talents of Patrick Stewart and Martin Short. And W. Berry also voices Jimmy Neutron. Rated G, and it's 82 minutes. There's a table site for Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, put on the 22nd week of 2002. How come this clamshell always like to be on the right side? Next tape I have, I'll fix that later. Next tape I have is a 1999 VHS, the Rugrats movie, plus a bonus cat dog short. A delight, says the New York Times. I got this VHS off of eBay. Hang on to your diapers. An award winner, fun and frolic for the entire family, says Film of Varsity Board Inc. And it's based on a TV show created by Classics CSUPO, Ray G, and it's 81 minutes. And here's that table site for the Rugrats movie, put on the 5th week of 1999. Alright, hopefully this won't happen again. Next tape I have is a 2000 VHS of Rugrats in Paris, the movie. I think it's 2001. Yeah, 2001 VHS of Rugrats in Paris, the movie. Dubs up bright funny, says Roger Ebert, the movies. I first showed you this VHS on my VHS collection video when I started my YouTube account. So yes, fantastic. Rugrats in Paris, the movie is perfect for the whole family. I love this. This is Sandy Newton, CBS TV. Featuring the voice talents of Susan Sarandon and John Lithgow. Rated G, and it's 78 minutes. And here's what it looks like for Rugrats in Paris, the movie. And it was put on the 8th week of 2001. So, yeah. And now for the last clamshell I have, which is the 1996 VHS of Searching for Bobby Fischer from the Paramount Family Favorites collection. Winner of a 1994 Parents' Choice Award. I got this VHS from Faith Farm. A wonderfully acted, heartwarming family film, says Rita Kempley, The Washington Post. Stand-up and cheer movies, says Pierre Travers, Rolling Stone. Not only to enjoy but to cherish, says Kenneth Turan, Los Angeles Times. Starring Max Pomeranc, it's based upon a book by Fred Waitskin, rated PG, and it's under 11 minutes. And here's what it looks like for Searching for Bobby Fischer, put on the 10th week of 1997, even though it's a 1996 VHS. And look, we got an M label. Next tape I have is a 1995 VHS of Andre, based on a true story. The greatest adventure is finding your way home. I got this VHS from Goodwill. A worthy successor to Free Willy, appealing to all ages, is Kevin Thomas, Los Angeles Times. If you love Free Willy, you'll adore Andre, says Maggie Barron Kids Today. Team Adreno of Karina is also the star of the film. Based upon a book, A Seal Called Andre by Harry Goodridge and Lou Dietz, rated PG, and it's 96 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Andre. Printed on the 34th week of 1995. Next tape I have is a 2000 VHS of Blessed Child with Kim Basinger. Mankind's Last Hope just turned 6. Spellbinding says Jim Ferguson, Dish Network. Starring Jimmy Smits and Christina Ricci. Got this VHS from Faith Farm. An excellent cast led by Kim Basinger makes this supernatural thriller work, says Jim Ferguson, Dish Network. Also co-starring Angela Bittis and Holliston Coleman and Rufus Royale. It's based on a novel by Kathy Cash Spellman. Rated R for violence, drug content, and brief language. And it's 107 minutes. So here's what the tape looks like for Blessed Child, and it's got a print date besides a week and year code, September 28th, 2001, even though it's a 2000 VHS. Next tape I have, gotta put these back together. Well, oh well, I'll fix that later. Anyway, I can fix that now that I can get over it. Alright. Next tape I have is a 1995 VHS, the Brady Bunch movie. They're back to save America from the 90s. I got this VHS, I think, from Goodwill. Weekly funny comic goals is Owen Gleiberman and Entertainment Weekly. Run for all ages, says Bonnie Churchill, National News Syndicate. Starring Gary Cole, Shelley Long, Michael McKean. And also co-starring Lawrence Henderson, Barry Williams, and M.B. Davis, and Christopher Knight. And ex-Monkey Davy Jones. An absolute laugh out from beginning to end, says Barry Zivan Channel America. And it's based on the TV show created by Sherwood Schwartz. Rated PG-13. And it's 90 minutes. Yeah, 90 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for the Brady Bunch movie. And we got an end label to it. And there's a week and year code, the 39th week of 1995. And I do gotta fix this, so I'll set the camera down while I fix this. Well, alright. There we go. Next tape I have is a That's a tape I forgot to show you on my Paramount Communication VHS collection. And that's the 1993 VHS of Breakfast at Tiffany's with Audrey Hepburn and George Peppard. I didn't know this is part of my Paramount Communications tapes, but I'll put it in the description below. I got this VHS from Faith Farm. Winner of 2 Oscars, the romantic comedy that sparkles like diamonds. It's based on a novel by Truman Capote. Not rated, it's 114 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for our breakfast at Tiffany's. And it was printed on the 45th week of 1993. Next tape I have is the 1994 VHS of Clara in Present Danger with Harrison Ford, Truth Needs a Soldier. I got this VHS, well, I think from Goodwill. Great, it keeps you on the edge of your seat. Ford is perfect. It's Jeff Craig's 60-second preview. Jack Ryan is also the producers of Patriot Games, which I still need to get. Starring James Earl Jones and William Dafoe. Based on a novel by Tom Clancy. Rated PG-13 is 141 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Clear and Present Danger. And was printed on 28th week of 1996. Even though it's a 1994 VHS. Next tape I have is a 1995 VHS of Clueless with Alicia Silverstone. Sex, clothes, popularity, whatever. Bonus music video, Alright by Supergrass. From the Clueless soundtrack. I first got this VHS on Christmas back in 2017. Two thumbs up to Siskel and Ebert. Also co-starring Wallace Shawn, Brittany Murphy, Justin Walker, and Paul Rudd. Absolutely Perfect is Jeff Craig's 60-second preview. Weekly Finds is Kevin Turin, Los Angeles Times. Rated PG-13. And it's 97 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Clueless. And it was printed on the 16th week of 1999. Wait, the 46th week of 1999. Please excuse me. Even though it's the 1999 VHS. Please excuse me. That must be a 1999 VHS. So here's what the tape looks like for Clueless. It was put on the 46th week of 1999. So this must be a 1999 VHS. Next tape I have, we've got the 1998 VHS of Deep Impact. Oceans Rise, Cities Fall, Hope Survives. Got this VHS off of eBay. A Thrower with Brains is Gene Sled Today. 500 billions tons of fun is Jamie Bernard Daily News. Gut-wrenching, eye-opening blast of the movie experience is Jeff Craig's 60-second preview. Also starring Lemmy Letter from The Peacemaker. Also co-starring Robert Duvall, Taylor Leone, Elijah Wood, Vanessa Redgrave, Maximilian Schell, and Morgan Freeman. Rated PG-13 and 121 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Deep Impact. And was printed on... It doesn't have a week and year code. Yeah, no week and year code. But it still has a print date. June 14th, 2000, even though it's a 1998 VHS. It has a print date besides a week and year code. I did not realize that. Next tape I have is a 1999 VHS of Double Jeopardy with Tommy Lee Jones, Ashley Judd. Murder isn't always a crime. Style, sexy, suspenseful, and exhilarating and rivaling cat and mouse action thriller, says Earl Dittman, Wireless Magazine. Got this VHS, like, from Goodwill. Rip Roaring Entertainment, says Kurt Harris, said Paul, Pioneer Press. Lots of action and spine secret suspense from start to finish. Rated R, and it's 105 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Double Jeopardy. And it's got a print date, December 23rd, 2000. Even out to 1999 VHS. Next tape I have is a 2001 VHS of Down to Earth for Chris Rock, a story of premature reincarnation. The funniest man in America will have you laughing until it hurts. It's on Eric's Fox TV. Got this VHS of Faith Farm. Based on the film Heaven Can Wait by Elaine May and Warren Beatty. Rated PG-13 for language, sexual humor, and some drug references. And 87 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Down to Earth. And we got a Blockbuster label blocking the print date. And it's actually has no print date. It's got a week and year code because it has a week and year code. The 23rd week of 2001. Next tape I have is a 1996 VHS of Eye for an Eye with Seinfeld, Kiefer Sutherland, and Harris. What do you do when justice fails? Got this VHS from Faith Farm. Spellbinding edge of your seat suspense. It's Jen Ferguson Preview Channel. Explosive thrill ride that is absolutely sizzling, says Ron Burrington, American Urban Radio Network. Based on a novel by Erica Holzer. Rated R. And it's 102 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Eye for an Eye. There's a end label to it. And still no week and year code. Next tape I have is a 1997 VHS of Facing Off with John Travolta and Nicolas Cage. In order to trap him, he must become him. This isn't just thrill ride, it's a rock. It's a Social Colors Time magazine. John Woo also directed Broken Arrow. Rated R, it's 140 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Facing Off. No week in year code, but it has a print date. December 11th, 1997. Next tape I have the 1996 VHS of Ferris Bueller's Day Off with Matthew Broderick. Got this VHS for my birthday when I turned 21. Starring Matthew Broderick and Maya Sarah and Alan Ruck. Rated PG-13 and it's 103 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Printed on June 1st, 2001, even though it's a 1996 VHS. Next tape I have is a 1997 VHS of the First Wives Club with Bette Midler, Goldie Hawn, and Diane Keaton. Don't get mad, get everything. Got this VHS for my... I already got this VHS, like, it was from Goodwill. A comedy dream team, it's irresistibly fun. It's Peter Travers, Rolling Stone. Based on a novel by Olivia Goldsmith. Rated PG and it's 104 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for the First Wives Club. And it was printed on the 20th week of 1998, even though it's a 1997 VHS. Next tape I have is the 1995 VHS of Forrest Gump with Tom Hanks. The world will never be the same once you've seen it through the eyes of Forrest Gump. Got this VHS, I think, from Faith Farm, but the tape didn't seem to be playing well, so I got a new copy off of eBay. Life is a box of chocolates, you never know what you're gonna get. Based on a novel by Winston Groom, rated PG-13, it's 142 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Forrest Gump. Put on the 17th week of 1995. Next tape I have is a 2000 VHS of The General's Daughter, the special edition, with John Travolta, a top-notch edge-of-your-seat suspense thriller as Earl Zipman wireless magazines. Got this VHS, I got this VHS from Faith Farm. Special edition includes behind-the-scenes featurette for deleted scenes, including an alternate ending. John Travolta delivers another powerhouse performances. NBC TV Gian's Wolf's Hollywood. And it's from the director of Con Air and The Hunt for October. Co-starring James Cromwell, Tiffany Hutton, and Clarence Williams III. Steamy game of cat and mouse that will keep you guessing until the surprising explosive endings. Sandy Dunes, CBS TV. And it's based on a novel by Nelson DeMille, rated R, and it's 117 minutes. And here's a tape looks like for The General's Daughter, and was printed on the 19th week of 2000. Next tape I have is the 1997 VHS of The Ghost in the Darkness. Yeah, 1997 VHS of The Ghost in the Darkness with Michael Douglas and Val Kilmer. Pray for the Hunters. Got this VHS from Goodwill or Faith Farm, one of the two. Only the most incredible parts of the story are true. Breathtaking drawings is Bob Thomas, Associated Press. Rated R, and it's 110 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for The Ghost in the Darkness. Put on the 35th week of 1997. Next tape I have is a 1997 VHS. 1997 VHS of Grease with John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. Got this VHS from, I think, from Goodwill. Based on the Broadway stage by Kenneth Weisman and Maxine Fox. Rated PG. And it's 110 minutes. So here's what the day looks like for Grease and Label. Put on the 20th week of 1997. Alright. Next tape I have is a 2001 VHS of Harold and Maude with Ruth Gordon and Bud Hart. Got this VHS off of eBay. Starring Hal Osby from Coming Home and Being There, and also directed by Colin Higgins from Foul Play. Rated PG, it's 91 minutes, so here's what the tape looks like for Harold and Maude. And it's put on the 3rd week of 2002, even though it's a 2001 VHS. Next tape I have is a 1980 VHS of In and Out with Kevin Kline. Out and Out Francis Richard Cortez Time. Got this VHS from Goodwill. A comedy knock hilarious is Peter Travers Rolling Stone. Starring Joan Cusack and co-starring Magdalene, Tom Selleck, Debbie Reynolds, and Bob Newhart. Rated PG-13, it's 92 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for In and Out. No print there, weaken your code. Well, sorry. Wait, does that have a print date or something? Let me look. I don't think it does. It has no weaken your code either. Next tape I got is the 1999 VHS of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, part Chapter 23 from the Complete Adventures of Indiana Jones. I've got this VHS on Faith Farm. Bonus interviews include the interviews with George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, and Harrison Ford. So, taking place in Shanghai, Himalayas, 1935. Starring Harrison Ford, Ke Huy Quan, and Kate Capshaw. Rated PG, and 118 minutes. Here's what the tape looks like for Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. It was printed on the 42nd week of 1999. And now for the last tape I have on this side. I'm sorry, on this last tape I have on this row. Last tape I have on this row is the 2001 VHS of Lucky Numbers, with John Travolta and Lisa Kudrow. Let me fix this camera. Let me get the hands positioned a little bit. There we go. When they put their heads together, it's a no-brainer. Witty and ingenious comedies is Kevin Thomas, The Los Angeles Times. That's VHS from Goodwill. Lucky Numbers comes up with witty winners, says Los Angeles Times. I got this VHS from Faith Farm, not Goodwill. High energy comedy team is truly irresistible. Also co-starring Lisa Kudrow, Tim Roth, Nora Ephron, Ed O'Neill, Michael Rappaport, and Bill Pullman. A comedy jackpot for film fans is David Sheehan, CBS TV, and Sally Newton, CBS TV. Rated R for language, sexuality, some drug use, and brief violence. And it's 105 minutes. And here's what the table looks like for Lucky Numbers. And was appeared on the 9th week of 2001. And now for the front row. Next tape I have is the 1996 VHS of Mission Impossible of Tom Cruise. Got this VHS from Goodwill. A thrill machine that won't quit is Peter Travers Rolling Stone. Holds you on the edge of your seat before blasting you out of it, says Howard Rosenberg, Los Angeles Times. Wildest Ride of the Year, says Stephen Holden, New York Times. Based on television series Mission Impossible, created by Bruce Geller. Rated PG-13, and it's 110 minutes. So, here's what the tape looks like for Mission Impossible, and was printed on the 37th week of 1996. Next tape I have, we've got the 1998 VHS of the Night of the Roxbury score. Got this VHS from off of eBay. Hilarious still misses as Joseph Zan's TCI table. Starring Will Ferrell and Chris Cadden. Also co-starring Richard Grieco from 21 Jump Street. featuring Lonnie Anderson, Dan Harriet, Molly Shannon, and a dance to the drop and soundtrack right at Night at the Roxbury. It's infectiously funny entertainment. Rated PG-13, and it's 82 minutes. And here's the tape looks like for a Night at the Roxbury, and it's printed on the 28th week of 2002, even though it's a 1000 VHS. This tape is printed in 2009, 1998. Next tape I have is a 1995 VHS of The Odd Couple. Got this VHS for my 21st birthday as well. Rated G, and it's 106 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for The Odd Couple. And was put on the 51st week of 1995. I had nothing to see on this tape since there's nothing to show on the back. Or there's nothing for me to read on the back. And now for the next tape I have. Kubert's always sleeping. I'll wake him up when it's time for me to take a shower and go to bed and take my meds. Next tape I have is the 2000 VHS of An Officer and a Gentleman with Richard Gere and Deborah Winger. Got this VHS from Faith Farm. Starring Richard Gere and Deborah Winger. Rated R, and it's 126 minutes. And here's that tape looks like for An Officer and a Gentleman. And it was put on the 9th week of 2001, even though it's a 1000 VHS. Next tape I have. I don't know what year this tape was released. Let me look. 1997 VHS of Prehysteria for the Paramount Family Favorites collection. They're the world's oldest party animals. Plus video bonus Moonbeam's videos and behind the scenes video magazine. Got this VHS off of eBay. Starring Stephen Lee and Brett Cullen, and also Austin O'Brien from The Last Action Hero and Samantha Mills. Rated PG, and it's 84 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Prehysteria. It's got a print date. That's not a print date, but it looks like a print date. It saw as a week a year ago, the 45th week of 1997. Next tape I have is a 1998 VHS of The Rainmaker from five-time Academy Award winner Francis Ford Coppola. Mr. Coppola's best and sharpest film, says Jan Maslin in the New York Times. Got this VHS from Goodwill. Starring Matt Damon from Good Will Hunting and Danny DeVito. The most enjoyable of Gershom's movies is Mark Clark USA Today. Based on a novel by John Grisham, rated PG-13, and it's 137 minutes. And here's what it looks like for The Rainmaker, Blockbuster label, put on the 17th week of 1998. Next tape I have is a 2001 VHS of Rat Race from the special edition. Starring Rowan Atkinson, John Cleese, Whoopi Goldberg, Cuba Gooding Jr., Seth Green, John Lovitz, Breckin Meyer, and Amy Smart. You'll laugh till you cry, says Sandy Newton, CBS TV. Got this VHS off of eBay. This tape has the wrong... First time I got this VHS, it has the wrong tape, so I have to get a new copy of this. Special features include gag reel with bloopers and blunders. Non-stop funny, says Los Angeles Times. It has conviction and divinely orchestrated lunacy, says Richard Schickel, Time magazine. Quite possibly the funniest movie ever, says Mark S. on UPN TV. Rated PG-13 for sexual references, crude humor, partially nudity, and language. And it's 112 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Rat Race. And it was printed on the 23rd week of 2002, even though it's 2001 VHS. Next tape I have is 2000 VHS of Rules of Engagement with Tommy Lee Jones and Samuel L. Jackson. A forceful, powerful, thoroughly convincing film, says James Lutz of The Today Show. Got this VHS from Faith Farm. Also co-starring Guy Pearce, Bruce Greenwood, and Archer, an Academy Award winner Ben Kingsley, and also from the director William Friedkin. A magnificent movie you must see, says Jeffrey Lyons, NBC TV, and Larry King, USA Today. Rated R, and it's 127 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Rules of Engagement. And it's put on the 37th week of 2000. This tape must be the 2000 VHS, not 1998. I thought it was movies from 1998, but it's from 2000. So it must be the 2000 release. So, my apologies. Next tape I have is a 1997 VHS of The Saint with Val Kilmer and Elizabeth Shue. Never Reveal Your Name, Never Turn You Back, Never Surrender Your Heart. Got this VHS from Goodwill. Non-stop spy thrills. Val Kilmer's terrific, says ABC TV. The sexy throat sizzler of a thrower, says Bill Thale, ABC Radio Network. Rated PG-13 and 118 minutes. So here's the tape looks like for The Saint, Blockbuster label, printed on the 32nd week of 1997. Next tape I have is a 2001 VHS of Save the Last Dance with Julia Stiles and Sean Patrick Thomas. A exciting combo of dance and drama, says US Weekly. Got this VHS, I think, from Goodwill. Thumbs up, an entertainment movie with thoughts and intelligence behind this is Roger Ebert wrote better than the movies. Also co-starring Terry Kinney and Kerry Washington. We'll have a dancing in your seats as Sean Edwards, NBC TV. Rated PG-13 for violence, sexual content, language, and brief drug references. And it's 113 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Save the Last Dance. And it's got a print date besides a week and year code. March 19th, 2002. Even though it's a 2001 VHS. Next tape I have is the 1994 VHS of Scrooge with Bill Murray. Got this VHS from Faith Farm. A side-splitting comedy smash, the Spirit Travelers People magazine. Rated PG-13, and it's 101 minutes. There's nothing else for me to read on the back of the slipcover. So here's what it looks like for Scrooge end label. And it was printed on the 45th week of 1994. Next tape I have is the 1998. Is it 1998? Yeah, 1998 VHS of Snake Eyes of Nicolas Cage. Got off of eBay. Believe everything except your eyes. A breathtaking mystery thriller, says USA Today. Like I said, it got this VHS off of eBay. The Palmas thriller will leave you breathless, says Siegel Entertainment Syndicate. A nerve-jangling thrust, the Chicago Tribune. Radar, and it's 98 minutes. So here's what the tape looks like for Snake Eyes. We got the end label, and it was printed on the 4th week of 1999, even though it's a 1998 VHS. Next tape I have is the 1999 VHS of South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, the critically acclaimed full-length feature film. Uh-oh. South Park has inspired comic rudeness. Warning, you may laugh yourself sick as this ruthlessly funny movie is, says Time Richard Corliss. Got this VHS from Goodwill. Entertainment Weekly's... South Park turns out to be the funniest movie, most risk-taking, most incisive movie of the summer, says Entertainment Weekly Lisa Schwartzbaum. Once the movie started, I could hardly believe my ears. I was stunned. I was shocked. I laughed myself slowly to the end, says Wall Street Journal Joe Morgenstern. Here's one summer blockbuster that doesn't misfire, sell out, go soft, or come anywhere near politically correct. South Park is a subversive, sensationally funny wake-up call, says Rolling Stone Pierre Travers. The year's funniest comedy and the best movie musical in years, says New York Times Stephen Holden. It's based on the cartoon characters created by Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Radar. And it's 81 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. And it was printed on this. It was printed on the 17th week of 2000, even though it's a 1999 VHS. I've already gave this movie a watch on DVD before I got this movie on VHS. Love that show. I know South Park is a very, very funny show. And now for my SpongeBob tapes. Next tape I have is a 2005 VHS of SpongeBob SquarePants, Fear of a Krabby Patty, featuring 7 episodes from Season 4. It includes 5 Krabby Capers. Got this first showed you this VHS, my VHS collection, when I started my YouTube account. 7 episodes consist of Fear of a Krabby Patty, Shelf of Man, Arg, Neptune Spatula, and One Crab's Trash. Not rated. And it's 60 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for SpongeBob SquarePants Fear of a Krabby Patty. I'll see if it has a week and year code or a print date. Obviously, it's still got no print date. It's got no week and year code either. So. I don't believe this shit. Next tape I have is a 2002 VHS of SpongeBob SquarePants Sea Stories, 5 Waterlog Tales. Also showed you this VHS on my VHS collection when I started my YouTube account. Episodes consist of Shanghai, Gary Takes a Bath, Cookie, Life of Crime and Pickles. Not rated, and it's 62 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for SpongeBob SquarePants Sea Stories. And it was printed the 40th week of 2002. Next tape I have is a 2000 VHS of The Talented Mr. Ripley, a mesmerizing masterpiece of the young inspector, says David Shearer on CBS TV. Starring Matt Damon, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Jude Law. And Kate Blanchett, an Anthony Minghella film. Got this VHS. It was from Goodwill. A scenic, voluptuously beautiful film that has a traffic-stopping cast as Jan Mouse in the New York Times. Anthony McKellar also directed The English Patient. Gives one of the year's most extraordinary performances as premiere. Based on a novel by Patricia Highsmith. Rated R. For violence, language, and rape nudity. And it's 139 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for our talented Mr. Ripley. And it was premiered on the 20th week of 2000. And now for my next tape I have, which is the 1998 VHS of Titanic, winner of 2 Academy Awards including Best Picture. Got this VHS from Goodwill. Best Picture, 11 Academy Awards. Best Picture, Director's Original Song, Original Dramatic Score, Costume Design, Art Direction, Sound Cinematography, Sound Effects and Editing, Visual Effects and Film Editing. And it's based on a true story. Rated PG-13, and I don't know how long is this movie. It's 194 minutes. I'll show you cassette 1 first. Here's cassette 1 for Titanic. We got a Blockbuster label. From the 28th week of 1998. We got cassette 2 for Titanic. And also got a Blockbuster label. And it's put on the same week and year code. Gotta make sure it goes on the right slipcover. Always gotta make sure it goes on the right slipcover. So, and I think 1912 was when the Titanic got hit by an iceberg and then sank into the water. I don't know what sea or ocean it sunk into. Just let me know in the comments. Well. Alright, so yeah, it goes into the right silk cover. Now let me set the camera down again. Well, I better not close my camera, otherwise it'll stop recording itself and turn off automatically. Well, sorry, my mistake. Alright, there I have it. Next tape I have is the 2001 VHS of Tomb Raider with Lara Croft. Angelina Jolie delivers. She's the ultimate superhero with Sandy Newton, CBS TV. I don't know why. Actually, the reason why I thought it starts with the letter T, but usually it starts with the letter L. So I thought it starts with the letter T. So whatever. In no game, she's a woman of action. Angelina Jolie makes Lara Croft a virtual icon of cool since Newsday. Also co-starring John Voight. Well, Tomb Raider will have you screaming, laughing, and cheering from beginning to end, says Sean Edwards Fox TV, All Zipman, Wireless Magazines. Rated PG-13 for action, violence, and some sensuality. And it's 100 minutes. Here's the tape looks like for Lara Croft Tomb Raider, and I think this is a special edition of this VHS, because the bonus is 25 minutes of exclusive interview villagers taken into the Tomb Raider, and it was printed on. It's got no printed a week in Yurko, I believe. So I don't know why. I have no idea why this tape is like this. So I'm just gonna set it right here where it's alphabetically. Next tape I have is a 1995 VHS of Tommy Boy with Chris Farley and David Spade. If at first you don't succeed, lower your standards. Got this VHS. Got this VHS from Goodwill. A good belly laugh of a movie, rowdy, rambunctious, and sweet nature, says Kevin Thomas, Los Angeles Times. Take off like rockets, says Kevin Thomas, Los Angeles Times. And also co-starring David Spade. Rated PG-13, and it's 98 minutes. So here's what the tape looks like for Tommy Boy and Label, put on the 50th week of 1996. Alright, next tape I have is a 1996 VHS of Top Gun with Tom Cruise and Kelly McGillis. Got this VHS when I think off of eBay. Cruise keeps the movie at full throttle. It says Peter Travers People. And it's rated PG and it's 109 minutes. So here's what the tape looks like for Top Gun. And it was printed on the 23rd week of 1996, and I think the batteries are about to die, so I better hurry with these. And now for the next tape I have, which is the 1998 VHS of The Truman Show with Jim Carrey on Year Unaware. The Truman, actually, it's got the price tag sticker on it, so I can't read it to you. Got this VHS from Goodwill. The Truman Show is a great movie, says Peter Travers, Rolling Stone. You'll never seen anything quite like The Truman Show. Adventures provocate, even daring, says Kevin Trent, Los Angeles Times. The movie of the decade, spectacular original, says David Thompson, Esquire magazine. A breakthrough for Jim Carrey, says Time magazine. And Pierre Ware is also director of Witness and Dead Poets Society. Also co-starring and also producer, director, and creator Ed Harris. Rated PG, and it's 103 minutes. So here's what the tape looks like for The Truman Show and Gilbert's Are You Awake. Blockbuster and Label, and was put on the 51st week of 1998. And Gilbert's Are You Awake playing. Just 3 more tapes to go. Next tape I have is the 2001 VHS of What Women Want with Mel Gibson, Helen Hunt. The 99's romantic comedy we've been missing, as Peter Travers, Rolling Stone. Finally, a Man Is Listening. Got the VHS from Goodwill. Co-star Mr. Tomei. What Women Want is a laugh out loud celebration of the sexes, says Marcus on UBN TV. Rated PG-13 for sexual content and language. And it's 126 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for What Women Want. You got a Blockbuster label, and it's put on the 14th week of 2001. Next tape I have is the 1996 VHS of White Christmas. Got this VHS from Faith Farm. Also starring Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye, and Rosemary Clooney and Vera Ellen. Not rated, and it's 120 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for White Christmas. And it's got an end label. And it was put on the 29th week of 1996. And now for the last but not least tape I have, that's part of my Paramount VHS Collection 2020 edition. I know it's a long video, so for the last but not least tape I have, I'm showing you is the 2002 VHS of Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise. Love, hate, dreams, life, work, play, friendship, sex. Got this VHS from Goodwill. VHS bonus features exclusive featurette Prelude to a Dream and a release teaser trailer. Also directing Jerry Maguire. Co-starring Penelope Cruz and Cameron Diaz. One of the year's 10 best. It's a spectacular film. It's Richard Roper. Rated R for sexuality and strong language. And it's 135 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Vanilla Sky, and was printed on the 35th week of 2002. And that's going to wrap up my Paramount VHS Collection 2020 edition. If you want to send me requests like a VHS or DVD, like a VHS collection or DVD collection video, what we need to do next, let me know in the comments. Remember, one request at a time, please, and whoever sends me that request first gets it. If you liked the video, please be sure to share, subscribe, comment, and click the post notification bell. The batteries are about to die, so this video is now adjourned.